Well, hello there. Here we are on part 2 of replacing the battery in an iPad Pro, the bigger, I think like 15.6 inch, I'm not sure. We did part 1, we released the screen, which took 37 minutes to do, so just know it requires a lot of patience, and I have a lot of more skill in repairing screens. So if you've never done this before, you really need to take your time. I remember the first screen that I pulled off of a Surface, it took me about 4 hours. It seems like a lot of time, but what happened was it was chipped, and I didn't know at the time that I should have put tape over the chips, and then the screen would have come up much easier. So I was literally chipping away. So from the last video, I said if a computer technician doesn't work out, that I would then, use my dehydrator and dehydrate some stuff. And that would be my new career. But here we are. I did it successfully. So I think I've got a gold star today and I can continue being a computer technician. So what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to show you the steps to remove the rest of the pieces and the battery. So we're kind of in the home stretch now, which is really nice because the screen is the most stressful part of removing anything. Because if you one time we were just pushing a screen into a laptop, and on the hinge, and there was just one little like Wi-Fi wire that was behind it, and when you press down to get the clip to engage, it just cracked the screen. So it's probably the most stressful repairs have to do with screens for me, because I feel like you have to be incredibly gentle. I use that word a lot in the last video, and the reason I did is because it matters. So once again, this is going to be a long video, so buckle up. I know some of you enjoy these long videos. We wanted to do some longer videos for our more advanced work and kind of see what, like, when you bring your screen in to do, what are they actually doing? And we don't typically do repairs like this. We stick to PCs, Macs, MacBook Pros, desktops, laptops, but we are going to see if it's worth our time and how long it takes to do screens, and then it might be something that we'll bring in as repair wise, what PC Answers can do for you. Okay, all right, so let me get you in the right place. Okay, so here we go. So here it is. We have already at this point, don't forget, you can see this has not moved, and that's because I do not want the battery to be connected, even though I know that this battery is completely dead. If, say, we were just doing a screen, then this battery might have some charge, and you don't want to mess with any of the electronics while this has a charge. So that's why you'll also see like a playing card or a piece of plastic that it looks like a top of an H, and they just kind of place that in there to remove so the contacts are not in contact. All right, so what we're going to be doing next is these Wi-Fi cables. I hate Wi-Fi cables, not gonna lie. They're just like these connectors. They're so hard to put back on, but they're easy to take off. So these particular Wi-Fi cables are adhered. There is a Wi-Fi channel here. This is where we're going to utilize I'm not utilizing heat right now. I'm going to utilize my little dropper. And by the way, you can get this little guy at Hobby Lobby in the paint section. It's called a micro needle something, I don't remember, but it's got like a little needle where you can do just drops, which is what we want. We do not want to put big globs of alcohol on here. So the Wi-Fi cables are adhered down. So we want to just be gentle when we're, once again, gentle, that word, when we're removing them. So I just go ahead, and these are a little easier because you can use the Wi-Fi cable, which is it's a pretty hardy little cable. And we just want to kind of move those that way. And you can always utilize your tape if you need to take things kind of out of the way. So, I don't know where I put my tape. Here. So painter's tape. I do use painter's tape. We use it a lot in the shop. The other thing we're going to do at this point is the camera, because we need to remove a lot of stuff. Oops, wrong screwdriver. We need to remove a lot of stuff for the battery, just so that we are doing a really good job of This is why I hate these screwdrivers, y'all. They don't have any force behind them, and you have to just like wail on them to not get a stripped screw. And they don't turn easy, the little top piece. That's why I prefer iFixit tools. Like I said, it's a weighty handle. It's very nice. And this thing is like, you can't see it, but it's spinning like crazy. I could not do that with this. You have to physically turn it. I don't like these kinds of screws. Okay, screwdriver, sorry. All right, so we're pulling this off. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna remove the camera. We're gonna remove any Lego connectors we need to remove as well at this point. Some people, I guess, may choose not to do this, but I'm doing this because the iFixit guide says that this is what you should do next. Remove the camera. And I think this has to do with how we're gonna move the motherboard out of the way. Okay, so there's the little camera. Okay. I'm unsure. So the motherboard is adhered down. Everything is adhered down. This is where this little guy, I think, comes into. It's got like, this is a really cool tool. This is for paint. But, and I saw someone using this, and I thought, man, this is really cool. Sorry, let me look and see if there's something I'm missing here. Like I think we have to remove these actually. Okay, so now I need these. Just a little tip, these little guys have like incredibly pointy ends. Do not store them this way. You will hurt yourself many times. Don't even store them this way. We have a bin that we all store them sideways. Because trust me, I have on many occasions poked holes in my skin with these guys. Okay, before I do anything, let me go see if these come straight up. They look like they come straight up. They're like a Lego connector that you push down, but they're not moving very easily, and I don't want to yank and pull and break. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Be right back. Okay, so I was correct. Sorry, I'm gonna actually start back down here because we need to remove this piece here. And I actually think it goes this way. It's very difficult to see sometimes on these pieces when they put these little like pads on top of them for whatever reason. This is like always where I'm most nervous. I'm like, after screens, it's this. Because you can actually break okay, you can actually break this piece here, and it's a little nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of nerve-wracking stuff in computer repair, especially computer repair, that is, see, I broke so the cable is not actually broken, but a little bit of the plastic piece came off. So that, you see, that's the kind of thing that I always worry about. It just makes me so nervous. And I'm just kind of unhooking cables here. Aha! Because look, I was going the wrong way. That's what was happening, guys. So, bada bing, bada boom. And now here's the battery. The battery is no longer connected. We want to be really gentle. And then what we can do is, once again, utilize I'm going to actually do this, but you can utilize your tape if you need to. Okay, so once again, you need to be very careful, but you see these little tabs here? These are, oops, let me move this over so it gets some support here. There we go. These little tabs here are pull tabs for the adhesive that's underneath the battery. And so what I'm gonna do is, when I'm pulling these, one thing I wanna make sure that I'm doing is I'm pulling them exactly parallel. And we're gonna use that word again, gently. There's 8 of these tabs. Don't rush. There's never a reason to rush when you are repairing a computer. Never. And with an iPad, there's certainly never a reason to rush. One thing that I think a lot of us think, because, you know, there are other places who repair computers, and they will say, well, you know, we can get your computer done in 2 days or whatever, right? And then you may come in here and it may be an 8-day wait. And we're actually, you know, very rarely are we that long. We're usually about five days or so. So, but what will happen is that those customers then will think their computer, they drop it off one day, and then their computer will be ready the next day. There are some repairs that's the case, but this is not one of them. This is a repair that could be a multi-day project for myself, because we, as I said in my last video, oh crud, no, come on baby. So if you lose it, you want to try that. There you go. This could be a multi-day project because, as I said in my last video, Michael and I do the most difficult repairs. We are the most experienced technicians and the most capable of doing hard repairs. The other thing is, I would hate for a younger technician to, you know, do something like this and make mistakes along the way and then not feel confident, crud, to, you know, to really kind of get back in there and do it again. One thing that we do is we try to empower our technicians to say, hey, you know, we don't place blame here. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes, you know, static electricity kills a motherboard. There is literally nothing we can do about that. Nothing. There's nothing we can do about that. We do have our static electricity bracelets that we wear, but sometimes life just hands you some pretty rotten lemons. So, so as I was saying, there's no reason to rush these types of repairs. All right, guys, I am so excited. We're getting close. As you can see, this just takes a long time. I didn't quite get all of this. Hopefully we will be able to easily release the battery. Trying to be a little more gentle here. So when we quote you out labor, you can see we take the utmost care to repair our customer computers, and we make sure that we do tons of research to know the most efficient way to repair your device. Okay, I've got 7 minutes. I'm not going to answer that. Let's see who it is. Nope. All right. You can have the phone ringing in the background for a little bit. Not quite open. We're almost open, so I've got to finish this video in the next 7 minutes because we are going to be opening at 10, and I need to have my focus there. And that's why I've been working on this all morning. I got here early to do this. We are so close though. So here, okay. you can see, boom, 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 people. And this you want to be really gentle with, because you don't want the battery. What you don't want to do is pierce the battery, okay? This has some dangerous chemicals in here. And these chemicals, and I'm gonna kind of tilt it to help release the adhesive. There we go. See, it's yeah, there, it's releasing. And I'm gonna be really gentle because there is a wire under here. So this is where I'm learning about what tools. So look at this tool. I mean, my gosh, like who knew that painters used this stuff other than painters? So I don't know what the problem is here. So what I'm gonna do is, I see that there's a cable that comes off of it right here. I'm gonna try to move this way and just gently, oh, a big portion of that never came off. Okay, so I see the problem. The battery is, so I know now where to put the alcohol, and I can kind of see down in there. Okay, that'll help to release it. I'm gonna kind of squish it around. And once again, I'm not pulling very hard at all, because what I don't want to do is pull this and break the battery. That's incredibly dangerous. There it goes. Okay, so as you can see, there's this cable underneath, so that's what I really wanted to be careful about. Okay, so let me pull these tabs off. Okay, oops, not trash, that's trash. All right. Okay. Now, next piece is, good question. I'm gonna look at this battery, the new battery. Okay, so this whole piece is gonna go right here. So now I know I can move this up. Yep, just like that. And just like that, I'm gonna move this back over here so that it's safe. Like that, and maybe kind of like in here. There we go. Okay, so battery, let me look here, let's see what the dealio is. Probably adhesive, so I'm gonna put a little bit of, yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, there we go. There's a little adhesive under there. So here we go on this one. We're gonna also put a little that, and then we're gonna move that up. Oh, we're gonna be gentle. Getting a little excited. And there you have it. We have successfully removed this battery. This battery is not gonna be reused. This battery is actually going to go into our recycling program that we have, where we recycle batteries and we keep them in a safe spot. These batteries require a certain type of, let me put you up here. So these batteries require a certain type of fire extinguisher. It's white. You cannot put water in these batteries if they catch fire. So just know that when you throw a battery in the trash, it's going to the dump, and honestly, bring it to us. There's other recycling programs. I can't vouch for those recycling programs, like at Geek Squad or at Home Depot has one. But just know this is really important, just sustainability wise, recycling this battery. Okay guys, this was part 2. I'm gonna come back with part 3 since we are about to open here at the shop, and we are going to put this thing back together. All right guys, I'm super excited. We'll talk soon. Peace.